Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the East, and I'm sitting under what it feels like direct sunlight from the lights, trying to keep myself from turning blue tonight. I don't know if it's enough. We'll see what happens. The sun outside is fading, but it's 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Standard Time, 5 p.m. on the West. It doesn't matter on the West Coast because Bill's not here. My good buddy Two Turtle Tom is here to replace him, and I think he's more than adequate. Don't tell Bill. Nah. We'll keep things going. Welcome, adventures. I'm your guide, Sean McZoo, and this is the Reptile Show reporter. Not as usual, Bill Strand, the headmaster of the chameleon, is not here as my co-host. I've got Tom Arbor, Toon Turtle Tom, and tonight we're discussing his fans, not his fans, or maybe both. And it is national or international, some kind of snake day. So we're gonna just show my one boa, my T positive, not rainbow, sunrise, sun glow, boa that is coming out to eat right there. That's why he's got such a evil look on his face. But that was just a few days ago. But anyways, happy international or national or I don't know. It could be local Cleveland. I don't know. Some kind of snake day. All right. Let's see. We got the comments already going, but I need to play the video. Let's play. All right, time to remove the video. Tom, any announcements today?
No announcements. Just having fun here.
Good.
Enjoying the summer.
Okay. Good. All right, let's go through who's here and let's go ahead and show the pictures. If you won't mind, can you see the chat? Reading off who's here. Are you there still? Okay.
I'm having some connection issues.
You are, or I am, or both of us?
I'm here. I think. I don't know. I definitely am. I'm having some connection issues. So.
Well, Nate and Wayne and Alicia are all here. I don't have Alicia's picture, so I can put Nate's up. Nate. And where's
Nate?
Wayne Abides? He's the guy below the chameleon, although I still think it's a chameleon that's Wayne. Who else is here? Alicia, we don't have Alicia's picture yet, but hello. We'll just show you. And there's your picture on your thing right there. So there we go. Wayne Abides. Elmo90 connected today. Alex, I got his picture. So here we go. He sent me I don't remember what it was, in some kind of gram, and he told me to grab his picture. So we have Alamo,
nice,
with the wife there.
Is that a wedding picture?
I don't know. He's got a bunch of that's cool. Like I cut it. It's his what do you call that picture? I think it's his Instagram or whatever it is picture. Okay. That's his wife, Nevis.
Nice.
Is her name there. And there we go. So we've got him permanently here from now on with his with the fish background. And
it says they got married at the New York Aquarium,
which is very cool.
That's 30
cool. Almost 2 years ago, my wife and I took our pictures at the Toledo zoo, and we had a picture in front of us in front of the aquarium and everything else. But we got married, we took pictures and went back to the reception. We spent all that time at the Toledo Zoo, so that was really cool. That's where before we even were known as Big Zoo, I think. But it's 3 days. I am not going to Retic Fest, unfortunately. I did. It's close by. I'm not. Well, it's not an absolute no. If I wake up Saturday and I do have the energy and the time to get there, I'm actually RSVP'd for 4 of us, and we might go because it's just a couple hours away, but it's looking not very well. So we'll have to see.
Where is it?
Retic Fest is welcome. Is the what is that? What is that guy who's always at the He supports a lot of of different things. He supports the I'm not having a great brain day today. Supports the
Garrett.
What? Yes, Garrett Hartle. His whole thing. He has Retic Fest, and I think it's only open to people who are whatever level supporters on Patreons. I think it's Patreon supporters. But there's hundreds of people every year that go. This is like Retic Fest number 4 or something. Yes, Garrett Hartle. And let's see. Yes. And so yes. All right. So I lost my train of thought there as I was trying to think about what's the one show out in Chicago? Not Chicago, but Chicagoland. It's they have 2 of them. They're Narback. Tinley. Yes, Tinley, and he also I think supports Schaumburg, which is right by Tinley there. So all right, yes, your comments are coming late for me to see them after I see that. So okay, all right. So now that we've talked about Tinley Park, yes, Patreons for Reach Out Reptiles. That's Garrett Hartle for Reach Out Reptiles has Retic Fest every year in July, later July. I haven't made it to one of them yet. I keep saying I'm going to go. It's only a couple hours from my house, but something always comes up, and I'm just worried about something coming up this year again. So we'll see. All right.
He's in the Pittsburgh area, looks like.
Sort of, yes. It's just outside of Pittsburgh.
Cool. I still have never been to Pittsburgh.
Good golly. I guess that's a positive being a Ohio person, but still. There you go. All right. What do we create? Yes. Okay. All right. Tom, talk about your fans. Not your fans.
Yeah.
I mean, you can talk about both, but I would start with the creatures.
Yeah. I've had about a month now or 5-6 weeks, and Yvette made an awesome website. Of course, she and Bill are husbandry experts, but couple things. First impression, they're small. They're really small.
Okay.
I thought they might be a little bigger, so I was kind of surprised how small they are. And she recommends pretty big enclosure, like 36 inches wide and kind of 18 inches deep, 36 inches tall. And I don't have quite 36 inches tall. I think I only have 30 inches tall, or maybe 24. But I can't find it. I have so many plants in there that I'll go a week without seeing it at all.
That's great. That's great. That's how you should house chameleons as well. You should house them so you can never find them. But once you find it, you'll figure out where it stays normally, and then you'll be able to find it all the time.
Yeah. So I actually went in and simplified the enclosure a bit so that I could find it better. Because I was to the point I went 2 weeks without seeing it all. And I'm like, oh man, I hope it didn't escape. Then I got worried. And so I ended up just taking a lot of sticks out. There's still tons of dead leaves. And, what's so cool, they just, in the daytime, it'll find like a stick to perch on, and they just kind of like hang over, like totally limp. And they look dead.
All right. I don't know if Tom's breaking up or I'm breaking up or what's going on. We need a third party to tell us whose connection keeps stopping. I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely noticing some things.
Are you there, Tom?
Nate says that I was. Nate says that I was clear.
Okay, so Nate's
Sean
saying
is
Tom was
lagging.
clear for you, so my connection is bad. That's not good. It's not good. I'm
Oh.
lagging behind as always. All right.
Oh.
My computer is yeah, now that I've got the bright sunlight in here, the computer's slow. So there you go. I don't know what I could do to keep this. I keep trying, so I'll keep trying. I'm AI. All right. No, if I
Yes,
was
Sean
AI,
is
I
not
wouldn't
real
lag
time.
behind. I'd be perfect, and Tom is probably AI. I'm real because I'm lagging and doing everything else that other things do. But all right, keep talking, Tom.
Yeah, so I mean they are super super cool. Um I love it, and you know, I need like night vision goggles to fully appreciate it though. Because it's all, you know, it's pretty much as soon as the light comes off, it wakes up.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
geckos are like that. You find them on the front of the cage in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Now this guy hardly ever sit on the glass. Pretty much always on the plants. Um, they seem to be kind of wait and sit predators. They'll hang upside down
Do you
and
have
just kind of
stands where they
like
can hold
wait
on to
for
glass,
predators.
or
I mean, they've got your typical gecko hands, but it for some reason this guy just doesn't go on the glass. Maybe it's because I have so much stuff for him to climb on.
mm-hmm.
I've really only fed him crickets. Haven't tried anything else. Um,
Are they
I'm not
just
sure what to try.
bug
Maybe some.
lovers or what else?
Yeah, I mean, Yvette in her information basically says she does offer other things. I can't even remember what those other things are right now, but they mostly eat crickets for her. And um, quarter-inch crickets is the recommended size. So, I mean, the lizard is only like that big. I mean, they're real tiny. So if you've seen like the sakore, which is the mossy leaf-tailed geckos, those are about 3 times the size as these little guys. Um, and yeah, an amazing pet lizard.
Wow. I'm struggling here because I'm lagging so often that I don't actually know if I'm actually visible or you can hear me. I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, Nate's saying sakore is what he would get, and I, from my experience, you can definitely see those better. They like to be on the glass during the day.
Yeah, I heard one of my friends, actually Seth, who's one of our friends, Hurst, actually is looking for sakore, but he couldn't find him anywhere.
I know a guy that's got a few that works with them. He also has a Fant, the local shop near my house that Nate has also gone to. But you know, I saw Seth. I went to the reptile show last month, and I think it's this month again too. Have you been out there lately?
It's Sunday, yeah. This Sunday.
Yes. Yeah.
I go almost every month. I try to go almost every month because I supply myself with my my feeder reptiles, or not reptiles. My feeders for the snakes, the mice and baby rats. That I don't have to go every month, but if I go every month, I don't ever run out, so that's good.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while, and so, yeah, there weren't too many people there. I did get there kind of early though, like 9 a.m. when I went to the June show, but I probably hadn't been for 6 months. So, yeah, Nate says that Nate has checked into the shop that's just down the street from me, and they keep getting better. Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Brian, the guy that runs that reptile department, he's 17. So he's learning.
So he's got a lot of years to learn. So, you know.
Yeah, you'd never realize it, but it's 3 young guys running that shop. and they've got freshwater fish, they have saltwater fish, and they have reptiles and amphibians. And so they did have some wild caught chameleons that didn't do very well for them. And now they're like, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. We're either going to sell veiled chameleons or captive bred panthers. And they have a cool panther chameleon right now. And, there's not many places where you can just kind of walk in a store and buy a panther chameleon.
Sure.
So it's a neat place. Oh, yeah. Nate says they get their plants from my friend's Akron Aeroids down the road, too. Yes. Yeah, Akron, man. We're full of great plants and reptiles. And they sell plants. Brian, the reptile guy there, is starting to get into plants, too. So he's got a little greenhouse. And it's also really good. They get a lot of hardscape material in. So if you need big pieces of cork bark, big pieces of driftwood, that kind of stuff, they got it. And they'll order anything for me. And literally it's a mile from my house. So I'm there like twice a week.
That's great. It'd be great to have something a mile from my house, but I guess Pet Supplies Plus is literally a mile from my house, but that's not the same kind of thing. But
it's not. And speaking, I was actually on the west side, which is a very unusual occurrence for me, but I spoke to the Westlake Garden Club, they're called the Westlake Herb Guild.
The Westlake Herb Guild. Westlake has always got names like that, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm over in Sean's neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Jumped on the Columbia Road exit to get off 480.
Mm-hmm.
So, I haven't been to Satu Reptiles in a while. Do you stop in there?
There's only one location for it now. I think they got rid of the Lakewood location.
Yes.
I think this is their only location in Brunswick or something. And I don't think I've ever been to that location. I was to the other location several times, but I don't think I've ever been to that South location. So I guess not.
I think that's the other, nice reptile store in Northeast Ohio. There's not too many other kind
of. The Lakewood one was really very cool, but it's a lot closer.
Yeah, the other one's
in Brunswick one, so not a lot closer, but significantly closer. So I'd have to make such a big trip to it.
Yeah. So Sean, let's talk about snakes. How big are your boas? They seem very small to me for.
They're small. I got them as babies, and they grow. And I probably am underfeeding them because I was told that potentially boas will take a prey that's bigger than it should be, and I had two larger boas, and for some reason they passed away, and I don't know what it was, and maybe it was because the prey was too big. So I've been feeding the boas probably a little smaller than they really would like, and I feed them every week instead of every couple weeks, but they take it, and I think they do fairly well, and I just like to grow my reptiles not smaller, but slower. I think things that grow too fast are not as good a quality as things that grow faster. So, but I don't purposely food limit them such that they, and they're not biting in between feeding. So I don't know. I was just afraid of them eating something too big and getting stuck in their gut and them passing, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted a boa so bad, a red-tailed boa, like when I was 14, man. And my parents were just like, yeah, no, you're not.
The boas are really neat. I mean, I do like them. I feed them once a week on the weekends. And I have 3 boas and a hognose. I have an albino hognose. He's really cool. Oh. And I had the hardest time getting him to feed. It took me weeks to get him to feed. I thought he was going to pass away because I didn't feed him. Eventually, he fed once, and after that, all I have to do is knock on the cage. He thinks it's feeding time. He runs out and he's like, "Where's the food? Where's the food? Where's the food? I want him to bite." And it's like he would bite it no matter where I put it. He's more boa-like than a boa. I mean, the boas zap and they grab it and they take it away, and he just like would tug it off the end of the thing. He would have a tug of war with me because he's just that way. But he is really cool. Now that he started eating, because I got him from Reptiles of Eden, and they gave me a video showing them feeding him, and he was like a great feeder. I'm like, why won't he eat for me? I kept telling him it was like 2 months. They're like, oh, you just got to do all this kind of stuff, and none of the stuff it was just a matter of getting used to, I think, his cage. And he got used to his cage, and man, he eats like crazy.
That's awesome. I would love to have a hognose snake sometime. But just like Nate, we're kind of a no snake household. So.
Wow. I mean, snakes. The crazy thing is, my wife always and I always kid. If people say if it was a snake, it would have bit you. It's because you can't find something that's right by you or something like that. And we say if it was a snake, it would have just looked at you and thought you were dumb because you couldn't find something. Because the snakes don't bite you because they're right there. They would much rather run than bite you. But
yeah.
I listened to. We had someone on the Chameleon Enthusiast background chat talk about one of the who was it? Somebody had maybe it was Joe Rogan. Somebody had the guy who does the not ball pythons, the bigger pythons that are in the Everglades, the
Burmese.
Oh wow, the Burmese, yes, the Burmese. He catches Burmese pythons in the Everglades, and that was incredibly great listening to. I could look. If you just talk a little bit here, I'll look and see what was on.
Yeah,
but that was a great podcast.
Yeah, no, that's super cool.
On YouTube. Yeah, it was really neat. He was talking about the problem with it and how things are, and I'm busy watching us on our weekly live right now. That's not my intention.
I took a long break from having pet reptiles and amphibians kind of extensively and being in that world. And I was really fascinated how popular retics had become when I got back into reptiles in like 2018. Because, man, when I was a kid in the 90s, retics were the nastiest snakes that you could get.
They've gotten, but Hartle and his group have got tiny little retics. They're dwarf and super dwarfs. I mean, they got them to be dwarf and super dwarfs because they got them from different islands around the areas, and they combined them together. And why can't I get to the right? Whenever I try to use something on my computer and my phone, and I try to get to the right thing, I just, I don't. I was on the right thing and I lost it. What was this on? I forgot who this was. It's not working now because my internet is so slow. Maybe I'm making my internet slow by looking at my phone. I will post it as a response to this video of who actually did the snake guy in the Everglades. He actually catches snakes, and he's actually been known to. He got popular because he did a video where a Burmese python was eating an alligator, and he saved the alligator. I mean, I don't know why alligators need saving. There's plenty of them out there. But he saved the alligator from the Burmese python, and that's how he got popular.
Wow.
All right. So, hey, we got a big question, an important question. Ohio Tortoise Group, or anything I can learn about?
And yes, Nate, we do, in fact.
He's got he's got my cherry head redfoot tortoise.
Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful tortoise. It's called the Ohio Turtle and Tortoise Society on Facebook, and I just sent you an invite, Nate.
Okay.
Green snakes are awesome. They're state-listed species. The smooth greens are, I think the rough greens might be too, but you got to feed them like little bowls of fish and things like that. Cool. Yeah, Nate, come join our Ohio Turtle and Tortoise Society group. There's a lot of people, that have turtles and tortoises. You can
Do they
keep
meet
them.
somewhere, or is it available online, or how do you get to it?
It's Facebook. It's Facebook.
Facebook. Okay. What's the name on the Facebook?
Ohio Turtle and Tortoise Society.
Ohio Turtle, and I'm gonna type it in here so that we could see it. It's thundering out there, so Ghost is not happy, which is my dog. It's funny because his name we named him Ghost after the Game of Thrones dog, and Ohio Turtle and Tortoise
with an ampersand. Society, yeah. Ohio Turtle and Tortoise Society with an ampersand.
Well, I've got spaces. I'm not going to get rid of them, but I'll put the ampersand in there. So, all right. There we go. There we go. And then now you can see it there. Ohio Turtle and Tortoise Society with an ampersand. But I'm sure there's no spaces in it. So there you go on Facebook.
Well, I mean, if you just look that up on Facebook,
yeah,
put
I'm
it
sure
in the search box, you'll find it.
Yeah.
We have about 1.3 thousand members. So.
Wow, that's a lot of members.
Yeah, and they're just Ohio. I moderate it really closely.
Ohio.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing about turtles and tortoises. They're such common pets for like little kids. So every little kid wants a turtle or a tortoise sometime in their life. So we have a lot of parents jump on and say, hey, I'm thinking about getting my kid a turtle or a tortoise. What should I get? Blah, blah, blah. So,
which one do you recommend? Is the starter turtle or tortoise?
I think the Russian tortoise is a great species. They don't have, number one, they're hard to get.
That's Horsfield's tortoise, right?
Horsfield's, yep.
Yes.
Yeah, they're called the Russian tortoise because the Russian soldiers went to Afghanistan in the 80s and brought these tortoises back to Russia. And that then became known as the Russian tortoise.
It's crazy how things get named, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're one of the smaller species of the Mediterranean tortoises, and they used to be all over the place. But CITES, which we talk about, they realized that the Central Asian country that most of these were imported out of was lying about the kind of the provenance of the tortoises. So, Nate says someone asked me to rehome a Russian tortoise last week. So there's been tens of thousands of Russian tortoises imported into the U.S. for decades, but that just stopped because the CITES governing body shut it down and said, hey, you guys are lying. You're saying that these are captive bred or quote unquote ranched, and they're not. You're taking them out of the wild. So we're not going to let you export any.
So the Hermann's tortoise is another one of those European tortoises, right? And there's an Eastern and a Western, and the Eastern is more common, and the West there's something in the middle. But there's one that's kind of in the middle, but there's an Eastern and a Western one, and but the Western is fairly rare, I think. Right? Is that the right one? I got the
Western is like literally from around the Mediterranean region, and like France and Italy, and they're mega rare in the wild. They live on these just like little isolated populations. So Chris Leone has a great video about the Western Hermann's tortoises. So for somehow he's the guy that was able to get a bunch of those imported. But yeah, they're quite rare, and you'll pay like $600 for a baby Western Hermann's tortoise, and they can be very yellow, very high contrast yellow and black, where the Eastern Hermann's tortoise is more like straw colored and black, and they are becoming more frequent as the pet tortoise because Russian tortoises are not being exported anymore. Alamo 90 says he's got some Sicilians coming from Chris.
Yeah, I saw that.
How long have you been waiting for those?
We won't get into that.
Let us know.
Source topic over here, but in the McZoo, still waiting for my Westerns, but okay.
Yeah. So, and Nate was looking at radiated tortoises. They get really big. like 10 pounds ish, 16 inches, really high dome shell. Nobody in Ohio is producing them. If you come to the Cleveland Botanical Garden, we have 3 of them, but they're all boys. And
That won't
Cincinnati
work
Zoo
out.
has some. Yeah. So the only way you can get a radiated tortoise in Ohio is that if you live in another state and move here and bring your radiated tortoise with you, or someone gives it to you as a gift. We cannot legally buy them across state lines. And there's nobody breeding them here.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tom, it's getting a lot more lag here, and so I'm going to end the night show on that note. Because it's just I'm gonna have to watch the show and listen to see what you said.
What came through?
I'm sorry about that. I don't know what you guys are seeing because there's so much lag. I don't even know what's going on there. So, all right, everyone, have a good night. Thanks.
Have a good one.